Hello, lovely people, and welcome to another episode of Voicemails. This is your host, Lunar. Hi, how are we doing this week, you guys? Let's just first address the elephant in the room, obviously, which is my voice. I had a throat infection, but luckily it got away like in not even 2 days, like 1 day and a half, and I'm like still recovering. But oh my god, yesterday and the day before, like my voice was completely gone. Like you couldn't even hear a word. I was whispering instead of talking because when I whispered, my voice sounded a bit more clearly. And I don't know if you guys are kind enough to be like, oh, okay, then why are you gonna record this episode then? That you should rest. But no, like, business is business. It's not even business. Hobbies are hobbies, right? So yeah. Anyways, for today's episode, I've been like, this episode has been long overdue. I want to record this like literally like 3 months ago or something, and I kept on trying to record it, and then like, no, it's not perfect, and then just kind of lay it off and record something else, and then whatever I recorded else was not really good. I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was good. But then I kept on posting anyways, because I knew if I didn't keep posting, I will just not be here anymore, like I will just like lay it off and be lazy and just never do it again, and call it off. But I don't want to call it off. I like this, I love this. But anyways, it's not even related to today's episode. But today's episode is things that changed my life, man. Oh my god. So I don't know if you can tell from the last few episodes, but I have been two people in one. Not really. No. Like I was such a completely different person when I was like a teenager, but I feel like everyone is. But I was like really out of touch with reality, and I was completely weird. I was self-narcissist. I was doing whatever I want to do. I didn't care for people. I don't know, I stayed in bed all day. I was really sassy. I don't know, like I was mean as well. Oh my god, I did terrible things. Oh my god, like seriously, like terrible things. But then I changed, and I think the reason for my change was a series of habits that I built, and obviously like major big things that happened in my life, obviously, that led me to like, oh, it's like a wake up call, you need to change. So I thought I would share it with you guys and see if you guys could pick up one or two habits of mine that really did help. And I can't live without these habits anymore. So yeah, let's just jump right in. So I did make a list on my notes app of things, and these things are not in order at all, so please bear with me. First thing first I've got is making my bed in the morning. And to be honest, for the longest time I thought making my bed in the morning just does not make sense at all, and it was just a waste of time, because I was like, okay, if I'm gonna make my bed in the morning and then I'm gonna go and leave for uni and then maybe meet my friends, or maybe just like go online for study and then come back home, I'm just gonna lounge in the living room and do a bit more work and have lunch, whatever, and then I'm gonna go to bed for me to like, just sleep, right? And then it's all ready. I don't really have to make my bed again and like do the blanket, whatever for me to go to bed. It's just like all ready from the morning. And like boom, I thought I was being time efficient, but honestly it's so much more than that. I don't know what it was. I think I've watched a video on YouTube like at some point of my life, like it says like, oh, these group of athletes kept on failing or something like that, but then they changed their coach to another one, and then that coach changed their life habits and they won in the next competition. I don't know if that makes sense or not, But one of the habits that they changed is he made them like wake up early and make their bed in the mornings. I was like, easy, I can like make my bed in the morning. Like let's see what that will make. And I started doing my bed in the morning, and I didn't really notice a difference at first. I was like, ugh, whatever. But then I completely like I knew what it was. Like I felt a bit more energized throughout the day, and I felt like accomplished and just more ready. And I was like, oh, like what, why? And then I linked it all together for me making my bed. Basically, when you make your bed in the morning, it's a signal, like it gives a signal to your brain that you're ready. Like you're ready. There's no more like warm bed that's waiting for you to go back to bed. Like the bed is ready, like clean, tidy. You don't want to go back there, right? You just want to go and straight to your day and get to your tasks and what yada yada yada. And you actually do work. Like you don't rush it, you don't do anything, you just like do, like you just focus, right? And it's honestly like a game changer. Even now, even though I'm jobless and I'm finished with uni and like I don't do much, well, I do a lot, I just don't do like much. I do a lot in terms of like, you know, house renovations. By the way, you guys, we're finished with the house renovations. Oh my god. But anyways, that's just like later. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh my god. But yeah, like I still do make my bed in the mornings, even though I don't have like work or anything like professional to attend to, and like I'm kind of like a freelance. I still do it because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel productive. It makes me feel like you know, it's the day has started. Okay, like it don't, like I'm awake now. But then if you don't make your bed, you feel like you're half asleep and you're just like lazy and you just. So the second thing I have is being a vegetarian. So hear me out. Disclaimer before I even talk about this. I am not a vegetarian anymore. I'm a flexitarian, if you will. Like I would always opt for a veggie version, like a veggie version or an option rather than like a meat. But then I would also eat meat every now and then, mainly because where I'm at right now, there's like rarely any vegan vegetarian option. But back in the UK, there's obviously lots of like options for you, and like, you know, more accustomed to your diet. So whenever I'm in the UK, obviously 100% I would be a vegetarian. But then here, I can't, I would die. I would literally die. But yeah, why would I include this if I'm not even a vegetarian anymore? I included it because before being a vegetarian, my diet was completely trash. Like I would eat complete junk food. Let me tell you what I would eat in a regular day. Okay, I would wake up, I would have a massive cup of black coffee, like straight on, with a Kit Kat. Okay, or like I don't know, whatever chocolate I would have, anything sweet, right? But then it has to be chocolate or like a croissant or whatever. And then I would have that, and then I would go to uni, I would have another coffee, but then it would be a sweet coffee, so it'd be like a caramel macchiato from Starbucks, or it would be like I don't know, like anything like sugary. If it would be a lot, like a vanilla latte, and like a regular milk as well. And like it just, I mean, it's not, there's nothing bad about that, but just like it's not really the best option for you. And my skin was really bad. I had really bad heart issues and stomach issues, and I wouldn't sleep well as well. And so it would probably because of that. And then I would, with my coffee or like my caramel macchiato, I would have like 3 donuts, like Krispy Kreme or something. I would go to my 9 a.m. lecture, and surprise, I'm still hungry. Like, you know, like I would be okay at first, but then my stomach would start like growling in the mid of my lecture, and then I would get out of my lecture. I would have yet again another coffee, or I would just have like I would gargle down 2 Red Bulls or something, and with like I don't know, whatever sandwich I could lay my hands on, like from the cafeteria or the canteen, and or like a pizza. And then I would get back home, and I would I wouldn't necessarily eat anything, but then if my mom cooked something that I would like, then I would just have it. And I was such a fussy eater, and not in terms of like I wouldn't like or dislike specific food, but no, I was such a fussy eater, as in I would only eat junk food, and then anything that's remotely healthy, remotely good for you, I wouldn't have at all. I would hate, and I'd be like, ew, get the F out of my face. I would not eat you. And it was just horrible, horrible, horrible. And no wonder, man, no wonder. My skin, like, even my hair, like, was really bad as well. What made me become a vegetarian was me getting constipated, but then my constipation was due to stress and it wasn't because of my diet. And so I had to fix that, and then I tried a lot of like what do you call it, remedies. Like I tried eating dried apricots every day. I tried like to consume a bit more yogurt, or like I would have like a little like alteration to my diet, and then it just didn't work at all. And then I was like, okay, maybe it's time to be a vegetarian then. And then becoming a vegetarian actually didn't really necessarily fix my constipation at all, not even one bit. But then, okay, maybe a bit. But what it did is it altered my taste buds and my complete taste in food into like a healthier route. And now I actually despise junk food, and I hate junk food. Like at all costs, I would avoid it, and not even like as in like I avoid it because of my health. No, I avoid it because I hate it. Like I don't even have a taste for it. I'm like, no, like it's disgusting. Like get it out of my face. Like McDonald's, no. And I'm not even saying this as like pick me and like whatever, but no, like for real. Like now I love chickpeas. I love rocket spinach. Carrots are my favorite snacks, and cucumbers. I love lentils. I love like yogurt. I used to hate yogurt. By the way, even before I hated fruit. Who doesn't like fruit? Me before, no. Even not fruit. Even like I would rarely ever have a fruit, and if I would have a fruit, it would have been like a banana or something. But now, oh my god, I must have like a 10 a day, not 5 a day. No, a 10 a day. And I love my dates. I love my bananas. I love my plums, my nectarines, my lychees, my like literally every exotic fruit and every regular fruit. I love all. Like, okay, the only fruit that I still don't like is apples. And I don't know, I just don't like apples. I like green apples, but that's it really. Watermelons, like you get the gist. I'm obsessed. I'm fruit obsessed now, and like veggie obsessed. And to be honest, I used to hate meat, like when I was a vegetarian as well. Like, and I didn't really get meat as well. But now I'm, now kind of it's growing on me a bit. But the only meat I eat is red meat, and that's it. Like I don't really like fish, even though fish is really good for you. I don't like chicken, and I don't like lamb. I only like beef, and that's it. That's all. The only thing I'd eat is beef, and like once a week or something. But like it's not being a vegetarian is not a crime, so it's okay. And like the moral of the story is, even if you don't believe in a cause of one certain act, then maybe you should just like opt for it regardless, because it would open your eyes for like more array of options that you could choose, and like you could alter the way you think as well. Because again, I used to think that people, when I was like eating junk food, like people who eat healthy, they only do it because they want to be skinny or like lose weight or whatever. But then I was like, I was a naturally skinny bitch. I hate me. Oh my god, I hate me. I just like, I would eat like as I said, like 4 donuts of Krispy Kreme daily, and like like Red Bulls and whatever, and like literally I was still like a skinny bitch. And then that's why I thought it was okay for me to eat junk food. But no, eating healthy food is not necessarily solely related to the way your body looks, but it's also the way your brain function, the way you view life. It's like literally as cliche as I'm saying right now. Like for real, I swear to you guys, like it's legit like that. It's the way you sleep, it's the way you talk to people, it's the way you study. It's like a whole perspective of life that I was literally blind to until I became vegetarian, and now I'm like, wow. Like, I was so grateful for that, like me being a vegetarian, and I'm so grateful for me being a constipated queen for like, I don't know, like 2 years, because it introduced me to who I am today. So challenging yourself to something that you don't necessarily like do or believe in is like, you could result in, not could, but possibly, and more so, like more likely to result into you becoming a different, like a good, positive, different person. Or like, I don't know, just challenge yourself and get out of your comfort zone every now and then. It's really, I highly recommend it. And so for this one, I more often talk about selective friends, and like literally quite in every episode, and you're probably sick of it, but I cannot stress enough selecting your friends. You guys, you don't necessarily just accustom yourself to what the people want to see, and like you're like, oh, I want to be this in the sense for the people, but no, you need to also be selective of your surroundings as well. You can't just like have a like a type in men or like in women, if that's your preference, like, or like whatever it is. No, you need to have a type in quite literally everything. Your friends, your you need to also have a type in friends as well. It's not bad, because at the end of the day, who you surround yourself with is a reflection of who you are. Like, there's this one saying that says, show me your friends and I'll tell you exactly who you are, and I 100% believe in that. If you surround yourself with really great people, and I know like a lot of people say it's hard to find great people, but I disagree with that. I think finding good people is quite easy when you just stay still and you don't necessarily try hard, because when you try hard, then people are often be like, oh, why is she trying so hard? Like, no, I don't want to be friends with her. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you just stay still and you just kind of, it's like you're like a flower, right? You just wait until the butterflies come near you and you don't chase the butterflies. Do you know what I mean? And that's, I think, really important. But that's not to say that socializing is not nice. No, I feel like be out there, go out, enjoy your life, but then also don't really emphasize on having friends and good friends. Just let them be. But then once they approach you, be selective. Don't select everyone just because you're like, oh, I'm lonely, I need like whoever, like, and whatever. No, be selective, and be careful who you surround yourself with, because at the end of the day, this is exactly who you're gonna be, or you're gonna turn into, or like merge from. And yeah, so this is my next advice, which is, again, I often talk about that, but then it's not following a lot on social media. And it's actually really nice, because I have two like Instagram account. I have my regular account, and then I have my Finsta. My Finsta is basically where I follow people that I don't want to follow on my regular account, which is like, I'm not talking about people that I know, but I'm talking about like celebrities. Let's say Bella Hadid. I like Bella Hadid, but then I've noticed that whenever I'm on my regular account, I'm really at peace, and I'm like, I'm just talking to my friends, I'm seeing what my friends are up to, or like even like these niche influencers that you see online, like that have like, you know, like I like their way of living or whatever. And then on my Finsta, whenever I go on my Finsta, I feel very depressed, and I feel like there's a million things that I'm behind, and I need a lot more to succeed in life than what I already have. So once I came into this conclusion and this realization, I decided to just like deactivate my Finsta and just have my sole regular personal account for my friends and these little influencers that I told you about. And this, I kid you not, has helped my mental health a lot, and I feel a bit more, not a bit more, but way more sufficient in my life, and more content as well. And I'm like, like there's no one chasing me. There's no like nothing. But then, to be honest, it's quite boring. I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes you do like a bit of drama in your life, and then also sometimes I feel like I'm behind on the fashion trends as well. But then there's also like Pinterest. But then with Pinterest, you don't necessarily see up to date because it's not up to date, right? And just like a lot of options. So sometimes I'd still go every now and then, but then I would do it intentionally. Like I would just go on the search bar and search Bella Hadid and see what she's up to, right? And therefore I would only consume like 5 minutes of information rather than just like me being bombarded with not just Bella Hadid, but then also like I don't know who's all schools on Instagram. I can't remember anymore. I don't know, like Olivia Neal or whatever. Like I would just have my Instagram bombarded with their info, but then once I do it intentionally and just like go on the search bar and then search for people, then I would just search for one or two people, and then I would just consume their I don't know, their content, and then I would apply that on my life, and it's just simple as, and I'm not overwhelmed by anything. So there's that. We also have like green tea fasting in the morning, which I talked about like 2 episodes ago, I guess. First, like green tea fasting in the morning. No, scratch that. Iron supplement fasting in the morning. Like once I open my eyes, I would just like reach for my iron supplements and I would have it. And you guys, I kid you not, it's a game changer. Oh my god. Like my energy levels before, even after I became vegetarian, I increased my like vitamins intake through like veggies and fruits and whatnot. But I still like, like because I'm a big coffee consumer, I still felt like a bit tired every now and then. But then once I started taking my like iron supplements first thing in the morning, you guys, I kid you not, I'm more energized. I feel like I could rock the world and I could just like take over anything I want to do. And even though I'm still jobless, but anyways, I still achieve more and I feel a bit more healthier and just more energized really throughout the day. So, but then, by the way, like taking it first thing in the morning is really different to you taking it after your breakfast or like during the afternoon or whatever. Like I don't know what it is, but it just makes a big difference. And then also green tea fasting in the morning as well, just really amazing because you feel like calm. You feel like the first thing you know in the morning is not like, oh, coffee, caffeine, rush, like energized. No. When you tea, you guys, green tea, you feel like calm, collected. You feel like it's a slow morning. You just tidy up your bed. You had your iron supplements, and now you're just enjoying this cup of tea, and then you're ready to tackle on your day. It's like the quiet moment before the storm or the thunder. I don't know what you call it. Like there's this one quote that's like the quietness before the storm or something. And so yeah, this is like me when I have my green tea. I'm like, I'm mentally ready now to tackle like business, because I'm a businesswoman. Okay. Next we have less is more. And I'm not just talking about makeup and I don't know, like skincare. No. I'm talking about fashion. I'm talking about thinking, you guys, thinking and just in everything. Like you don't need to overthink. I find it that once you overthink anything, like let's say when I want to go out, okay, to see my friends, and then we had this outing planned a week ahead, then I would stress about what I'm gonna wear to see her throughout the whole week, and then I end up wearing something ridiculous and disgusting, and I don't like it, and I don't feel comfortable in it. And versus when I am meeting my friend that for an outing that we planned literally 5 minutes ago, then I would just like pick anything and then it works, and then I go out to see her and I feel confident, I feel chic, I feel put together, and it's just like it works. I don't know where's the magic behind it. I think because me personally, I thrive under pressure, and I like when I focus and be very direct when I see just one potential item instead of like a lot of options. I'm like, okay, so this is it. This is the target. Did it that? Boom. See my friends. But then when it's I'm like, okay, like it's in 1 week what I'm gonna wear, and then I have all like I lay out all my dresses, all my like whatever, and like all my options, and I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed. This is good, but it's a bit short. Or this is good, but doesn't go with this. Like I don't know, like with my bag, yada yada. You get the gist, right? So like limiting yourself sometimes is actually really great. Like rather than having a lot of options, because it's makes you a bit more focused and it makes you feel a bit more content as well. Because at the end of the day, when you don't really have a lot of options, then you take out all of the expectations. Because when you like I don't know, and you sit for hours and you plan an outfit or whatever it is, and then when you go out with it, you also go out with not just the outfit but also all the expectations in your head that, oh my god, I look in this certain way, or like, oh my god, I'm gonna receive such compliments, or nah. And then when you like see your reflection on the window shield, or like I don't know, the mirror outside, or then you go to the toilet to fix your makeup and you see your fit and it's not like what you imagine, or it's not like how you looked in like at home when you saw yourself. And so it's just like it doesn't meet your expectations. You feel disappointed, you feel disgusted, you feel yucky. But then when you don't really like plan your, I'm not just talking about outfits, this is just like an example of like array of things. But then when you don't plan your outfit, for example, and then you go out and you're like, ugh, I probably look like shit, but then I don't care because I want to see my friend. But then you look at yourself in the window reflection or whatever it is, and you're like, it looks better than I thought. It looks better than what I imagined. Oh, maybe this is a good outfit. And then it kind of boosts your confidence and makes you feel a bit more better, and you feel a bit more comfortable and feel a bit more like, I don't know, like confident and like, yes, I rock this shit, and you feel even better because you didn't even put like time into wearing what you wore, and it just feels good. But then when you put effort and you waste all of that time, then you feel even more sad that things doesn't work out the way you wanted it to, or like it doesn't meet your expectations. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. The next thing is saying yes more. And this also applies to like the being vegetarian thing. Saying yes more really like evolved the way, and like the way I look in life and the way I live my life, and it really made me grow more, if that makes sense. Because saying yes means like more experience and more outings and more days to live life, like saying like you're getting out of your comfort zone and you experience more, so you feel a bit more like mature, and you have things to talk about with people. You feel like, I don't know, you have experiences and you feel like a bit cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I go to like, I don't know, when like when you meet someone new and then you talk about things that you've done, and then they talk about like what they did is just like staying at home and not really like just going to your local coffee shop. That's like as far as they go, and then you right there went to, I don't know, like a crazy, like I'm not even talking about you spending money on like, let's go to Switzerland or whatever. No, I'm talking about even like going like to activities nearby, whether it was activities run by your local library, or like you go on a hike on the nearest option you have, or I don't know, like you do like crazy things. And to be honest, even if you're not that person to plan crazy things like that, everyone has that one friend that loves to do crazy shit, whether it was camping, whether it was surfing, I don't know, like picnics, and, like explore more, or be a bit more of an Dora the Explorer, if you will. Just say yes. You're not gonna regret it. And if you feel like you're introvert and a bit shy and don't feel like talking to people, I'm shy as well. I'm painfully shy, but once you do it often, you'll get out of your comfort zone, and you crack the shell, and you would know what you're talking about. You learned, you know what I mean? No one has came out of the womb knowing it all. We all learn at some point, and by you saying yes more to things and exploring more opportunities will come by you, and you explore more. Maybe during the hike you'll fall in love with I don't know, the love of your, like, you'll meet the love of your life. Last but not least, is stop watching scary movies. Not even scary movies, scary documentaries. So before, I used to be obsessed with horror documentaries, like, let's say, true crime, I don't know, like, Night Stalker, stuff like that, you know, like Evil Genius, stuff like that, like stuff that evil people did, and like documentaries about them. But then, you guys, I've noticed that my anxiety was crazy, and I was always so suspicious of anywhere I go. Like, let's say I watched The Night Stalker. Whenever I go out, I'm like, I think everyone's crazy and everyone just wants to harm me, and like I don't feel secure at all. Like, for a long period of time as well, you know, like, it's not just for a day or two. No, it's just for a whole month, baby. And I don't feel even secure in my own home, let alone when I'm out in the public, which made me even like more scared to go out and explore life and just stay at home. Stay at home, mom. No. But ever since I stopped watching such documentaries, I have more faith in humanity, you know, like I trust people more, but not even in like a scary. I still have trust issues, and like, what if it just doesn't mean well? But I'm like a bit more bubbly, light, and like I have a thing for life. Do you know what I mean? So you feel a bit more refreshed when you watch things that heal you rather than put you down and makes you lose your faith in humanity. Do you know what I mean? I know that makes sense, and you feel a bit more calm and more not even accomplished, but you have that sense of you could accomplish things, right? Like when you watch not success things, but things that are calm and nice, you feel like, life is lifing, you know, life is beautiful. I could do this and that. I could achieve my dreams in this beautiful life. But then when you watch scary things, and like true crime and whatnot, you feel like maybe nothing is worth it. Maybe my dreams are not worth it. Maybe I should just die instead of living in such a horrible world. Do you know what I mean? And like, maybe I should just go to Mars, which is something that me and my friend, we always talk about, because we will go to Mars one day. I wonder when. But yeah, this is it for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I most definitely did enjoy recording this. I felt a bit more energized, and I finally did it, because I've always wanted to record this. And yeah, I hope you take one or two things out of this, and if you do, let me know what it is, and let me know how it works for you. And not necessarily all the things that works for me would work anyone, because we're not the same person everywhere. We're different people, and different things suits us. So but like, the trial and error concept is really important, and you trying things out, it's not necessarily that bad of a thing, even if they're not like harmful. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just trying things out, you're not losing anything, you know, you had nothing to lose. But yeah, with this being said, I love you all so much, and I will see you this Friday with a mini little podcast. Yeah, okay, bye. I love you. Just the same way you showed me, you showed me love.